Hello everyone, Darko2012 here with Global Government News, and I will be reading an article titled Chaotic Scramble as UN Peacekeepers Fire Pepper Spray on Thousands of Hungry Haitians Waiting for Food. And this was posted by the Mail Online on Thursday, January 28th, 2010, roughly 2 weeks after the devastating earthquake in Haiti. It says thousands of hungry Haitians spilled into the streets, defeating barbed wire and tiny contingents of blue helmet UN peacekeepers distributing food. The chaotic scene unfolded outside the wrecked presidential palace in Port-au-Prince, where aid agencies struggled to control 4,000 strong mass of desperate Haitians 2 weeks after the devastating earthquake struck. Security forces fired pepper spray into the air in an effort to disperse the thousands of men, women, and children jostling for food. That is just a crazy picture. As for the overwhelmed soldiers finally retreated, people rushed forward to grab sacks of pinto beans and rice and emblazoned with the U.S. flag. A vomiting pregnant woman, still gesturing at her mouth to show hunger, was carried off by UN troops after collapsing out of the crush of bodies. Soldiers had done their best to prepare for the crowds. They erected barbed wire, cutting off the streets from the sprawling tent city, which means checkpoints. Troops then ordered people to line up for queues 20 yards from where the food was to be dumped, the food distribution center. It says here, arms up. Haitians push forward despite security forces firing warning shots. And here it says, vain attempt. One peacekeeper far right can be seen using pepper spray to try and keep crowds under control. Over here. Moving down, 2 trucks were parked between the people and food, while a UN armored car was on guard to the side. But even the peacekeepers, armed with batons and riot shields, could not hold back the agitated crowds. Every time a soldier fired a warning shot, the crowds jumped back just for a moment, and then pushed forward again screaming. The episode came 2 days after similar scenes in the Point Rouge area when Brazilian UN peacekeepers were forced to fire flash grenades and pepper spray to dissipate an unruly crowd. Actually, I heard it was tear gas. Not flash grenades or pepper spray. It was tear gas. I may have even posted an upload. Due to insufficient strength of military personnel providing security in the site of the distribution center, the population tried to loot, putting the lives of the military personnel and the World Food Program members in danger, according to an international Brazilian report. And to any of those that are living in the United States, UK, if we go through a man-made or natural disaster, you can be guaranteed. I know these are totally different countries with different economies and everything, but you can be guaranteed that people in the United States will be looting just like this. Because when you're hungry, you have 3 things to do. You can grow your own food, you can have someone else give it to you, or you can steal it. Those are your 3 options. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Just don't look at these people as animals or lower than anybody else, because you'd be doing the same thing if you didn't grow your own food, or if you didn't have it handed to you. Eventually you're going to steal. So what you're seeing here is what could happen in the United States after our economy collapses. Checkpoints, tear gas, crowds of people hungry, desperate, and this is the line. This is the state, and this is the line, the world government, and this is what this is what comes between. When desperation is going, you can either have it given to you, or you can loot and steal. And these people are not dumb; they're hungry, and they're not stupid, and they know what's going on. They understand that there's not enough food to go around, despite all the effort that's come from the people, not the government. Because most of the money that's coming from the U.S. government is going towards military and telecommunications. I believe it's 1 cent for every dollar goes to the to the Haiti government. So Here we go. With thousands left without food after melee, President Rene Preval called for more tents for the homeless who are spread across the empty lots, parks, and plazas, and the hundreds of thousands. In the surrounding Champs de Mars Plaza, Haitians were living out in the open, many with nothing more than a plastic sheet to protect them from the sun and rain. We live like dogs, said Espiegel, Am- Amilcar, 34. And, I don't know if people are going to be offended if I mispronounce names. I've actually had someone comment on that. But, I'm sorry if I mispronounce names. We're sleeping, eating, and going to the bathroom in the same place. The global agency supplying tents said it already had 10,000 stored in Haiti, and at least 30,000 more would be arriving soon. And they have a sign here, going without. Children hold up placards demanding help in Leogane, one of the towns worst hit by the quake. And it says, "Stop corruption. We want good distribution." And that's pretty sad, actually, because there's a child holding that sign, and he's not talking about looters. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Out there, I'm not trying to talk down to you, but he's not. What he's saying is, it's not the people that are desperate and hungry. What he's saying is stop the corruption, which is between the state and the people. And you can go whatever way you want to go with this and leave your comments and leave video responses. But stop corruption. We want good distribution. In other words, stop the bullshit. Stop all these troops or all this crap. Where is all the stuff that we heard was coming, that we waited for 2 weeks? Where's all that money that people have donated and all the help that's supposedly come from the U.S. and the UN? And they don't even have enough food for the people. But, like I said, it's a crappy situation either way around. I'm not totally blaming the UN. I'm not totally blaming everybody. I'm just saying that if you deny that government corruption and state power uses food as a weapon, then you're living in La La Land. And I'll die with that belief. Because they even openly stated that they'll use it for a weapon. But I'm living in La La Land. But the International Organization for Migration said the supply is unlikely to address the extensive shelter needs. Meanwhile, as Haiti's mobile phone system began working again, thousands of voicemails and text messages from people trapped in the rooms were heard and seen for the first time. Survivor Renee Emile, 32, cried when she read the text from her husband, Peter, who was on training course in the capital when the building was collapsed. He wrote, "Send help. We are still alive. May the Lord bless you and keep you. His face shines upon you. I love you." Ms. Emile told the Sun, "This is all I have left of my husband." Some words on a cell phone screen. "This is all that's here," and it arrived too late. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Because that's all I really have to say about this.